the film, if you've seen it or not, is a sort of a warning how in the 1930s the propaganda machine coming out of Stalinist Russia managed to pull the wool over the eyes of the world and systematically kill a huge number of people through enforced famine. And what's so painful is that in 2019, when we presented the film at Berlin and various other places, so many interviews took the line of, this is a film which it's a long time in the past, and we should acknowledge how far we've come. But also, it was a time Trump had come to power, Viktor Orban. We were seeing a slide to that populist right, and I said in many interviews, well, we should be careful because maybe this could easily happen again. And I don't know if I fully believed myself, and to be witnessing an even more brutal and systematic and transparently cruel genocide is just the most horrible thing.
Well, when we are using the propaganda as the main tool to govern, you start to believe in the propaganda you are spreading. And Putin and not only him are in some kind of the delusion. It means they are living in some kind of the matrix. What is characteristic for Russia, not only with Putin, but also with Stalin and before, it is that human's life doesn't matter. It means they can planning this kind of the, of the 1,000 years long Reich, like Hitler. They accept that the several millions of their citizens can die.
I'm just outraged that the world still doesn't have, in 2022, the world doesn't have any mechanism to stop some psycho from using this weapon, to prevent him from doing this. And I also think that I understand NATO being scared, and I understand the world worries about this whole conflict blowing up and being even bigger. But I think that in the end of the day, that's why Ukraine is inspiring the world today, because we're doing the right thing, no matter what the cost is. And I think the world needs to make it clear as well that it should make the right choice. You choose a human life. You don't choose, being scared because something bigger might happen.
Learn about Ukraine, read about it, talk to people, spread the message, because it's really an amazing country. I mean, I spent several years in the US. I can see that I'm guessing a lot of people are from the US, and I really liked the fact that the American identity was not tied to a specific religion, ethnicity. You could be American based on values. There's only one other country in the world where I felt that, and that's Ukraine. I might be romanticizing it just a little bit, but at the end of the day, when you look at Ukraine and what sort of constitutes the sort of the background of the Cossack nation, right? It's not ethnicity, it's not religion. It was the rejection of empire, right? That is what made you a Ukrainian. It was an embrace of liberty, of freedom, of values. I agree, the world has changed. And I think we live in a new time, and Ukraine and the Ukrainian people are a symbol of good in that time.